a mission to bring this render to reality. We now have the Satin PPF finish, the tint and everything is perfect. Wheels and tires are ordered, suspension on the way. But something super crucial is the Mark IV style single exit titanium exhaust. It's not a Supra unless you have this. This isn't just any single exit titanium exhaust. This is the Made Motorsports Heritage single exit titanium exhaust for the Mark V Supra, inspired by the Mark IV. And this one is gonna be the easiest to get your hands on, be the best daily driver, the best quality welds, and it's gonna last you a long, long time. And everyone's gonna be real jealous of you. You can only get it from Made, which I've become friends with the owner, Will, who worked to design this and worked super hard, invested a ton of money into engineer it and develop it, but he's granted us the honor of selling it. If you want to pick up this exhaust, you can get it from karmaspeed.com. To do more content on the Supra, that's the best way to support the channel, is purchasing your parts through KarmaSpeed, and we'll get it to you as quick as possible and answer any questions you might have. And you're supporting car enthusiasts in the process. Dude, it's huge. It's massive. Oh my. If you're new to cars, titanium is known as something that's very difficult to use as a material to build things out of, such as a really nice exhaust like this that's going to go through a ton of different pressures, explosions, So it has to be strong. So I want to tell you everything about this exhaust so you know you're getting the highest quality, and it's going to be something extremely strong that's going to last you as long as you own the vehicle, if not longer. The basics though, we have a muffler, a resonator, and we have two different type of welds. Let's dive into that part. Oh, and this tip, let's measure that. That, my friends, is a 5-inch tip. Here, 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 and here are all filler welds. All the rest of these, like all of these, are autogenous welds. Just so you're super clear, the difference, filler, autogenous, these are known as pie cut. The pie cuts are welded together with autogenous welds, and these welds are really smooth on the inside. These are a little bit rough. These are good for strength. These are good for pie cut and being really smooth on the inside. So you have the best possible flow, least amount of turbulence, because the inside of the exhaust is as smooth as it possibly can be, while maintaining, because of these, as much strength as possible. There's just some areas with these pie cuts leading up to a filler weld because you need strength here. So it lasts a long time and it doesn't break. How you know that you have a good titanium weld? They're a shiny silver. They haven't been burned to change the color to make it look all the same. They're silver and bright and shiny. When you have too much heat, they can change color. And when you do have too much heat on a titanium weld, you can get what's called porosity. What porosity is, you have like microscopic holes sometimes visible from a contamination of gases in the welding process, and over time or right away it can cause your welds to get weak and then your exhaust breaks on you. These are welded in an argon chamber, so they're as clean, the contamination cannot happen, and that's how you can have such consistent high quality welds with titanium. These autogenous welds, when it's close to the downpipe, will turn like a gold color. The silver will turn to gold, and then the further back you get on the exhaust, they'll stay more of a silver color because they won't see as much heat at the end of the exhaust system. So if you see these type of welds and they're not silver, you might wonder, what is the quality like? You have your autogenous welds, then we have our filler welds, which uses filler material to join the two together. That's more structurally sound. And then this resonator here is 3.15 inches internally, so that there is no change to the speed of flow with some sort of restriction or anything. It's straight through. We're able to add this resonator in here to get the tone just right and the sound just right, and to make the Mark V Supra sound as good as it possibly can with a single exit titanium system. And then we have the big muffler on the end to pull everything together. Same thing with the muffler on the end, same diameter all the way out until it gets to the tip, and then it gets bigger where you're at over there. I'll have Editor Justin pull up some clips to show you what inside the muffler looks like, and also what inside the resonator looks like. Note to future self, patience is the #1 factor here. Precision, making it look nice, fit nice, not scratching that titanium as much as possible, keeping it as nice as possible. Go into this with triple the time needed for a catback usually, because you have to do some trimming. It's nothing crazy. You'll see the tools you need and everything so that you can do it right. This is me after I finished, and I'm really happy how it came out, but I did take a lot of time in most of my day, but it was worth it. Let's get into it. We'll touch briefly on how to remove the stock system, but if you want an elaborate explanation, you can click this card on the screen, watch it in this video, and then we'll mainly touch so we can focus on getting this on so we can hear it. Got my fresh, clean gloves on. We're ready for our first piece. Slide it onto the downpipe. Perfect fit right out of the box. This connection here I want to be good. Okay, I like that. I can leave that loose. Slide on the middle section. Super easy. So put some tape up here. Draw a line, land right inside this rivet right here. So now let's do some finishing work with a different tip on the Dremel. I'm gonna see what I can do with this sandpaper tip. Now I've got this tip. Oh, not bad. I have a little bit of an edge I need to connect right here. I gotta be careful with that. All right, I gotta figure out a game plan. This looks kind of promising. See if we can get this to fit and how it looks on the ground, and if I don't like it, we'll go refine it because I don't want to cut too much. I cut it too shallow. I need to go a little bit deeper out here, so I'm gonna go ahead and tape it up and do a new line. See if we can get this to sit where it needs to now. Just need to trim this off a little bit. Oh, we're looking good. I'm liking where it's sitting. Clears just right there. I could trim a little more, but I don't want to. I'm gonna tighten all the clamps up by hand and see how it sounds. These are 15 millimeters. After I tightened everything up, this started to hit, so I need to trim a little bit more off. No rubbing on top, no rubbing on the sides, no rubbing down here. It's a done job right there. Rag, brand new, and glass cleaner. Get all my fingerprints off here so they don't get burned on. A nice feature on this system is that this is a 3.15 inch connection point, and it maintains 3.15 inch the whole entire system. So it's slightly over 3 inches. Are you guys ready to hear what it sounds like? But you can hear what the inside sounds like. Stock downpipe, it's still tame enough to where borderline your intake, if you have one that's aftermarket, is louder than the exhaust. It's just a nice woo. It's predictable, it's dailyable, not too loud. It's not even loud. It doesn't have like a whoa. It has like a, well, that's a nice sound. There's nothing really to write home about with the stock downpipe. It'll just be a nice setup, and I know that you'll be really happy. So if you're out there and you definitely want to keep a stock downpipe because you have a newer car that you don't want to tune or bench flash, and you're going to keep it stock and you just want the deepest possible exhaust note, you're going to love this setup. Like right now I have it in regular drive mode. It's like a Prius. Throw it in sport. Windows down. For reference, I have the audio levels right now to the closest settings I can get to what it feels like in real life. So when you see me put the car a little bit further than like what you would think, it's so you can hear it in the most clean public citizen on the side of the road perspective. That's the perspective I want to give you. put this back for video reasons so that you could see all of its glory. But if you're having a hard time making a gap right here, because you'll get a rattle, what you want to do is you want to put one hand here and the other hand on this side. Make sure you clean off your fingerprints after and pull down to get the whole thing to rotate this way, and that will make enough space for a gap here. And another installation tip is just leave everything snug and get it in place, then tighten it all down. Always be checking your gap with the tip since it's so close. Be patient. We have clearance here all the way around, and we're good. Now I'm gonna put my buddy here on, and now let's hear it. If you wanna know how to install one of these, I'll leave a card up on the screen. One of the easiest downpipes ever. And she's in. I was gonna wait till tomorrow, but couldn't handle it. I feel like a kid. I'm so sorry, neighbors. All right, non-sport mode. Selfishly did a little rip off camera, traction control off, turn the burbles up a little bit halfway, nothing crazy, but it's like doo doo doo. And I have to say, this is the happiest I've been in this car. It's been one of the funnest cars I've ever had, and it just got that much more fun. Pretty sweet, but what do we do with this port? I have a little mod for you that will get us all through this time until someone comes out with a single exit diffuser. It's in this package. So when you purchase this system from CarMerspeed.com, you're gonna have a little checkbox and it's gonna say, do you wanna add a Verus Engineering passenger side exhaust port cover? You can hit yes, you can hit no, but at CarMerspeed we wanna make everything as easy as possible for you. So I highly recommend it. Verus Engineering box. This is what it comes with. Nice little texture, 3D printed piece, hardware to mount it. So when it's up in there, you're gonna use these little clips in 3 spots to hold it in. Pretty good. Not a perfect color match, but it could be made better and it will work for now. I'm gonna talk to the paint homie and see what we can do. Those things are sharp. Here's how these clips work. A caveman could do it. They're very sharp. What do you think? Does it look better? Does it look worse? I'm definitely gonna see if I can get it painted, but here's some details on the fitment. I would personally rather question why it looks a different color than why there's a big gaping hole there. And I like to look at it without a big gaping hole there, because when you look through at a certain angle, you can see some of the heat shielding, and it's like bright silver, and it just kind of grabs unwanted attention. So if you want one of these, you can hit the checkbox when you order this with the link in the description, and it will be shipped separately right to your door. If you enjoy driving your Supra as much as I do, you know how fast the front end can get peppered with rock chips and almost ruin it, and the idea of that definitely would make you sad. But if you want to do something different like I did for the first time, I took this car from gloss black to satin black with a Satin PPF. We did the whole process, clear plex on the windshield as well, which is film on the outside to avoid rock chips. If you want to see how to protect the car as good as possible, check out this video right here for you. We walk through the whole process to take you through it and give you an idea of something you could do on your car to preserve it.